Hey again. In this section, you will learn how to build simple calculator, exactly same as the calculator you have it in Mac machine or Windows on phone. So what we will do, we will take this calculator from the Mac, we take all these colors using specific tools, then we design our calculator, which is this calculator, like whatever you want to do, 7 multiplied by 5.4 and minus everything you could do it, then you see these results. So you will learn a lot in this section. So let's get started step by step to learn how to do calculator, how to use buttons, how to design nice layout, and more. Again, let's get started step by step to build all calculator. So the calculator that I wanted to be same as the one that I have in my Mac, which is this one. Look like this one, have this operation and all this stuff. And when you click, you see data here and whatever. I already take a snapshot for this one, so I would use it for the calculator to make it as layout. So to get started, I will go to Kotlin Udemy Android, and in my Android I will create a new folder, name it calculator, okay? And in my calculator I will take copy from the startup project and I will add it inside it because I need it to be my startup point. Now I will open Android Studio, and in my Android Studio I will run this project because that's already configured with Kotlin and everything prepared inside this project. So yes, let me see what is going on. So to get started, open project, desktop, I have it Kotlin Udemy Android, the one that name it calculator, and this is my startup. Click open, wait for some time until he will be able to load the calculator for me, and I will be able to start doing my project. Configure the project by going here in the build, name it here com.array.calculator this way, and make sure this one goes down. And you know that now I need to go build a clear project. Why? Because I need to clear the project to start working on it, to show you like what I want to do. So I will take this calculator and try to think about how they designed this calculator. So let me just take it down a little bit in size, so you would be unable to see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm good. So look to this calculator. What you see here, you have a calculator. Let me suppose this is a layout for our project. Okay, this is layout, but is this constraint layout? You could, as I told you, you could do everything with constraint layout, but there is other ways, easy and much simpler than constraint layout. Imagine you have all these components, how many constraints you need to add, too many work. But if you see, these rows from here to here, they have same number, every button have same size, and they are divided to equal. So if I just say, hey, this part of that calculator are similar, so I could consider all these as table view, which have number of columns with number of rows, okay, because they have same size. That's good. So this should be my table view, have these components inside it. That's good. So this would be the table one. If you look to this one, you see it is just input field. So it will consider it as single row, which have like input field. But this is totally different from this one. So this part we consider as the table, okay? And this one also different from the table because this use 2 columns. So this one also is different. So if you see, I have 3 components, one under another. This one, then under this one, and under this one. So from the beginning, let me suppose these 3 are considered in the layout, and the layout need to arrange the element one under the other. So if you have a layout like this way, and you want to add 3 elements, one under another, like this one, this element, this element, this element, you would use linear layout. So let me just go here to the code environment, and I would change this layout from the Android constraint to linear layout, okay? And the linear layout, I will select the type of the layout. If you see it here, it's linear layout, but I will select here the orientation. The orientation is really important. If I say this is horizontal, what that mean? That means if I add 3 elements inside them, he will add the element one beside the another. Why? Because this is how the horizontal work. I said, hey, this is horizontal layout. That means arrange the element one beside other. But I don't want to add them one beside other and them one under other. So I have to select the linear layout. I change it to vertical. See, he just arranged them one under another. That's good. That's mean, okay, I understand how to arrange my layout. So I could remove these. So what he need, the first element should be the input field. Okay, I go to text. I will select. I would select. Do you need plain text? Whatever text field you need to add it. Add this one, for example. Add the input field, plain text. That's good. I add this one. This is my first row. The second row, you see it should be table view, completely table. So I have to go to layout and I select table because this is the second row. So here you go. I have the first row should be my element. Second row, the table. Third row have 4 buttons. But if you look back here, what you would see 3 buttons in one row. If I want to add 3 buttons in one row, like this one, 3 buttons in one row. 1, 2, 3. Again, I need to use linear layout, but from the type horizontal to add 3 buttons inside it. So I have to go back here and I select linear layout, but this one, horizontal, and take it, add it inside this one. If you see it, he added not the correct place, just take it down, move it to the end. So yes, I have the linear layout, have to have 3 buttons inside it. So okay, I will let me just start by step. So 1 button, second button, and third button. So a 3 button inside this linear. But if you see, I cannot see the button. Why? Because this grid view take the complete screen. This is the table view. So going back here, I say, hey, this table view or table layout, I don't need it much parent. I need it as a wrap content. So yes, because I did not add anything inside it. So wrap content will be better. See, because this layout horizontal, he added 3 buttons one beside another. If I just change it to vertical, he will add the button one under another. But what I'm looking for is horizontal, one beside another. Good, I'm done from this part. Still I'm in the table. If you see in the table, he add 4 rows inside them. Maybe you don't need 4 of them, you just delete them, 4 of them, and now you go back, you say, hey, I need to add. Let's just show you. This is table row. You could add first row, you could add second row, you could add third row. Just adding a row inside your table view. But you see, I just did mistake by adding this one inside another. Just move it up. So both of them, 3 of them same. So now yes, what he said, if you look here, you would see every row have 4 elements, 4 buttons. Okay, that's good. I could go here and I say, hey, this row will have, I go to the first row, 1, 2. Did he add 2 of them? No, just 1. He didn't add the second one. 2, 3, 4. I repeat the process for the rest of the rows, but if you see he have 4 rows, I just remove 1 of them. So this is first row, my first row. I go to the second row, I add the button, 1, 2. You know, you could do 1 row and just you could copy them, but this one just for beginners, you just practice. 3, 4. This is second row. For the third row also 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good. But I don't have only 3 rows. I have 4 rows, I think. So that means I have to go to layout and add 1 more table rows. You just go here, add this row also. If you see it, you just add it to the top. You could move it to the end. If you, by any mistake, you add it inside that one, you don't need it to the end, you need it to the end of layout. What? Okay, I need to take these 3 and shift them, move them to the top. Yeah, move the last one to the end. Maybe you need to just do this layout, but still you could add them in any place because you're still adding the button. But maybe you need some way and somehow you need the button to be in the end. So make sure 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe some of you say, hey, why you did not use it a table view for this row also? You cannot use table view also for this row because this row, see this one taking 2 cells. So you have to manage that cell. But also I want you to learn more things than what I do here. So yes, I think this one is done for the layout. So now I could start working on the buttons and manage things. So yes, this is have a text. I don't need to have anything inside it. So let me suppose I just remove everything from this button. Because it's calculator, I have to go to app, this one, linear layout. Let me go to the properties and I select padding or margin. Padding between the content and the outside. Margin means the me and the other component. So padding, if you say, hey, you have padding. If I say all 10 pt, that means he will add padding from all side 10 pt. What that mean? That means this. You just, this is, this layout is still there, refer to this layer. So this one, the outside is still referred to this vertical. But all these component lives inside this one. So when I say padding 10, that means any component inside it will take 10 from top, left, right, bottom. So see all the component he leave them for 10, taking 10. So that's what I mean by the padding and other stuff. But if you look for here, you see this layout. No, everything is good. I don't have any problem in my design, and all buttons looks good. Now just I need to manage this layout with some of works and I will be good. But if you see this one taking too much, maybe you are not interested for this one to make all these spaces, you say, okay, I will go back to this view properties and I say, hey, a layout should be wrap content, so I don't want to take much more what I want. Now in the next video we'll start to manage this layout. Like if you look back here, I could do it now or I could do it next video. Maybe now will be better for us because I don't want you to spend too many time. So let me just manage this by adding some things just as test demo. So look here, you see this one input field as a text. Let me just add 0, just make it similar. This one should be AC, which is I don't know until now what they mean by AC. This one should be the plus minus, so it should be plus minus. I know plus minus what they mean. So this one should be percent, so you should say text should be percent, and this one text should be okay. I know this one this time, but I don't know where this one lives, which is hard to find in keyboard in my keyboard. Yes, okay, this one I don't know where I could find it in my keyboard, to be honest. But let me suppose for now this one should be divide, so it should be in this way. So just selected and say, hey, this one is divide, but divide in this way. So this is divide, and this one 7. So this one 7, this one 8, this one 9, this one I would say multiplying. So multiplying, now this one should be multiply. Maybe some people use X. So this one should be 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4, 6 here. Here should be 4, 5. And this one should be the subtraction. So yes, subtraction, I don't have any problem with you. I know where you live. So this one should be 1 and 2 and 3. So 1, 2, and this one should be the 3, and this one should be addition, and this one should take for space of 2 should be 0, and this one should be dots, and this one should be equal. At least I just was able to design the layout. I will work too much on the next video to make this as a calculator. So if you see the content, first of all, right to left, you could change it left to right. Just you say graffiti, I think. So maybe graffiti, you say it to the right. Here you go. So design it. So we will work in next video to design this layout to make it similar to this one. So let me go and we meet in next video.